as a filmmaker, tell me the absolute important gear and brands that you would pick up.
If I could go back in time and give me advice, it's like, you need gear. You need to own your gear, right?
Yeah.
We're all struggling. If someone comes to you being like, I want to hire a filmmaker, they don't know what it is. They don't know what you do. So you need to just be like, I can take care of everything. I think right now the hottest camera that is very affordable is
Right? Do you like the 3-shot?
Yeah.
I'll set the timer, but I'm rolling when you're ready.
All right, cool. So, welcome to the Closed Door Behind You podcast with Miguel Garzonmar. Welcome, Miguel.
Thank you for having me.
What a cool name, dude. It just rolls off the tongue perfectly. And as always, I'm Doc Jud, and we have our Lord and Savior, ChrisTos. With his new glasses, by the way.
New glasses.
Miguel, what do you think of ChrisTos' glasses?
Say what you really feel.
They're very, very stylish, you know? It's
Yeah?
like, I think definitely when they were selecting the glasses for Tony Stark,
Yeah.
those were in,
Those
in
were
the
in
running
it?
up.
Dude.
Not the ones he chose, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were in
But
the running.
close.
Yeah, close.
Because I'm not Tony Stark, dude. But I could be the next best thing.
Yeah. I
I'm
agree.
down for that. Okay, sick. I like your outfit today. It's very unassuming.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me. What happened is that I forgot I was doing this today, and I came straight from work.
Oh,
They
really?
make me wear this at my day job, and I.
What's your day job? An NPC?
Yes, actually. No, I work at a film school.
Oh, cool.
But like they're very picky about not having, logos or like pop
Oh, yeah.
stars on your
Right.
shirt.
Right. So
Yeah.
there's no, well, what's the ethnicity that wears the most logos?
Oof.
It's not the Colombians.
Don't say Chinese.
It's the Chinese, I think.
I think it's the Chinese.
It's the Chinese.
But what do you think?
Dominicans.
Dominicans, yeah.
That's true.
Dominicans, but like the
But
Chinese.
they're knockoffs.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Chinese are selling them the knockoffs so that they can wear the real ones.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
We love the Dominicans. No shade on the Dominicans.
I lived in a
Don't
house
hurt
full
us.
of Dominicans.
And a household of
Yeah,
Dominicans?
yeah, I lived in a house full of Dominicans
What you're like?
in college.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were in my fraternity.
Mm.
It was the
Nice.
loudest house on the block.
Oh.
Go figure.
Did everybody smell like?
It was all ChrisTos.
Yeah, it was me.
How much? What was your daily burn on cologne?
They didn't wear that much cologne because they were like Afro Dominicans who refused to admit their Haitian heritage.
Got
You know what I mean? So mostly it smelled like cocoa butter.
They weren't like reggaeton Dominicans.
They were. I mean, that's the thing with Dominicans, right? Like they'll never admit that a lot of them are just black. You know, like that's the thing. Like that's part of the culture. So
Right.
they all love reggaeton because reggaeton is awesome. Obviously.
I hear you. And but it's funny though, they all like the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans. In my experience, they kind of like butt heads a little bit, you know.
Yeah. Well, we're getting Miguel to weigh in. This is dangerous for him. Right?
It is very dangerous. I have one Dominican friend.
Oh, really?
So I can say whatever I want.
Right.
I heard some bullshit that like the Puerto Ricans were claiming that they started salsa. That's bullshit, right? That's Colombian.
Everybody wants to like claim that they came up with salsa
Right.
and arepas, and I think it was Colombia.
Okay, right. It's Cali, right?
Yeah, Cali.
Yeah, that's what I
Salsa.
thought. At least listen, the Colombian ladies tell me that, and I believe them.
Really? I
Whatever
thought
the
the
Colombian
Cubans made salsa.
No, Mexicans make salsa. We're talking about salsa dancing.
Yeah, I thought they invented salsa. The Cubans.
Nah. Once again, everybody will claim that they
I thought
own
the
it.
Puerto Ricans took it from the Cubans and brought it to America.
I don't know, Miguel, weigh in on this.
Listen, I don't know anything about history, but Colombia invented salsa
Yeah.
before Cuba, before the Dominicans, and it has been around. It has been around. Back then, borders were not that clear either.
Yeah.
but
Still in Colombia, not that clear.
definitely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Colombia. Let's talk about like what are the cool things about Colombia? What are the bad things?
And
about
while we
Colombia?
do that, Nat, if you could validate, because I got to be proven right here.
About what?
For the invention of salsa, you can go against.
Oh,
Miguel.
meaning that she's gonna look it up.
Yeah. If she could look
She's
it up
gonna do
while
some
we say
AI.
what's cool.
Oh, AI.
Yeah, what's cool about being Colombian and what's not cool about being Colombian?
I think there's many like really cool things, but not necessarily a lot of them fell in me. Like Colombians are very good at dancing.
Uh-huh.
I'm not, but Colombians are, and we have amazing food. We always have
That's
like.
true.
I think I was just in Mexico recently, and Mexican food, delicious, amazing. It's a little bit too spicy.
Oh, really?
sometimes. Yeah, I feel Colombia had like a better or a different version of Mexican food that is not as spicy,
Right.
so it's more enjoyable. Same, I cannot cook at all, so I'm like not good at
Well, Colombians
recreating that.
they have what? Colombians have 5 ingredients to the Mexicans' 4 ingredients. So is that
So
what makes
it's-
it complicated to you?
It's rice,
Rice,
beans,
some form of meat.
yes, either
Okay,
like
protein.
chicken or beef, potatoes,
Yeah, and tortilla.
but we don't do tortilla though.
You guys don't do tortilla. So then because you don't do tortilla, you have to introduce a 5th one. So really it's just 4.
Really, arepas.
Empanadas también.
Empanadas.
Yeah,
Empanadas.
they've got badass empanadas.
But what is an empanada in? It's in flour.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
That's
it's
not
very
flour, it's
different.
corn.
It's corn.
No, the best ones are the corn ones, but flour is really popular in New York City. Like a flour
empanada?
Yeah, absolutely. You haven't had a flour empanada?
Is he out of his fucking mind?
What are you
talking
talking about?
about? What the fuck is a flour
Made
empanada?
out of flour.
Flour?
That's a tortilla.
Yeah, it's a fucking tortilla or a poposa.
There are
Or even a
empanadas
poposa's
made
fucking-
out of flour. Now, don't fucking gaslight
Yeah,
me
dude,
like
you
that.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Empanada, they have flour empanadas.
Listen, dude, if you want to talk about fucking Greek food, I'll fucking give you I'll extend the
What
courtesy
the fuck
of
do
saying
you know?
that
You're a Jew. You're not even Spanish.
Listen,
you
dude.
lived in Miami for like 2 years, and he's suddenly Hispanic.
Listen, I've been to fucking Colombia 1.5 times.
Oh,
so
okay.
that
Yeah.
fucking counts for
Yeah,
something.
I'm sure you
and
were on your best behavior.
I've dated
over there.
2.5 Colombian girls.
Which
So
is
that's what-
more than what I have dated.
Really? You never
Just to
dated a
be
Colombian girl?
One.
One?
Wow.
One.
Was it
One-
dangerous?
One and done. Yes. It was very, it was very dangerous.
Yes. Yes, it's very dangerous.
Yeah. What did she do to you?
Well, the thing, like, we dated when we were both really young, like in college, and I guess like she wasn't super clear back then that she's a lesbian,
Oh.
and so she basically like affected my self-esteem,
Ah.
and it makes me question a lot of like, oh, was it me?
Mm.
Was she straight at the beginning, and was it me?
Was it
No, you know what it is? It's just that the Colombian girls are so hot that even the women are attracted to them.
Oh, that's right.
And even if they're not attracted, like I had this one Colombian girlfriend and she was like, "Con to Colombia, make all of your dreams come true." Meaning like you can be an ugly duckling, go to Colombia and they can change everything. Your teeth, your cheeks, your breasts. They just
Skin pigmentation is also very big.
dude,
there.
everything. They just have a factory for everything down there to make women attractive.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you have like a magnetic field that attracts lesbians, right? So maybe it's not that you turned her into one, it's part of like your magnetic field. Like for example, you hired Nat at one point, and Nat had a time as a lesbian, I believe.
I still swing both ways.
See? There you go. Yeah.
So that's like halfway.
Is
That-
that a
yeah.
requirement though? Like if you're a woman living in New York City, I think that you have to have at least one lesbian experience.
What about I don't live in New York. I live in Jersey.
True.
I did go to art school though.
Ooh.
That's probably
true.
more of it.
I don't know. I attract lesbians too, dude. I understand.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite. I don't attract lesbians. I feel attracted to lesbians.
Interesting.
I
So
think
now we're
that's the
back to the
problem.
Catholic school, all boys school. It's unpacking everything.
It's because I grew up going to an all boys Catholic school. My parents were like, "No, you cannot be like combined with girls, or you're never gonna learn. You're never gonna focus in class," and that has long lasting effects.
There is there is some validity to that.
Yeah, it's true. Like honestly, I think of all like the distractions that I had in school, it was mostly the pursuit of a mate.
But did you have female teachers in this all boys school?
Yes.
Because that's a thing that I think is like, dude, if you're gonna go with that line of thought, I think that you also cannot have female teachers. Because I can remember the ugliest female teachers being super attractive to me because I was just like, oh my God, it's my teacher.
Oh,
Like
right.
the amount of weight that carries, you know?
Attractive, not attracted. You said all these teachers were attracted to me.
But yeah, they were attracted to me. Like they wanted to fuck me.
He's
what I was
just
trying to say.
he kind of quits on that "if" part at the end. He has a slight lisp. I'm in a room full of speech issues, but it's okay. Anyway, I love your accent. I'm just kidding. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's kind of cool. But
So what were you doing with Nat? What were you guys? So she was working for you. You had a company like video production. What was it that? What was your what's your background story?
Well, basically, the place I mentioned where I come from, that's where we met.
Mm-hmm.
That was before the pandemic. No, wait, was it before or after the
It was. I worked at the high school program before, and then the college program during like 2020 during the pandemic.
So we met in like 2018, I want to say, probably. And yeah, we just run a summer program where we have a bunch of teens that the parents don't want around.
Yeah.
So they send it to us, and we have to hire a lot of people to babysit them, basically, with film equipment and whatnot. So she applied for the job, and I interviewed her, and she's very good. She's very good. I was very impressed.
Thank
Nat.
you. I appreciate that.
Was
but
she
yeah,
the only
it was
person
like
that showed up for the interview?
No, but we need to hire like 50 people.
And it was all men, 49 men and one woman.
And 60 people applied. So your chances are really good.
Yeah, that's pretty. I wish the job market was like that now.
It's
You
not.
know, it's so crazy.
What were you guys doing?
It was like a New York Film Academy.
Oh, cool.
So it was like a teen summer program or the college program later on.
I should send my daughter there.
Yeah,
That would have been good.
yeah, that would have been good.
She had like, yeah. I had my daughter out here for like a month. It was not a lot of stuff. The problem is that my daughter lives in Florida, so the schools end in May. So all the kids her own age were still in school for the whole month I had her. So, yeah, it was a bummer.
Yeah.
Got to plan a little bit better.
We tried to get her to be the intern. I proposed a whole plan. He didn't follow through on it. But
The
it's okay.
intern?
Yeah, an intern for the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, she's a tough cookie.
Yeah. Do you know any interns? We're hiring.
You know, I might actually.
Yeah?
Because I do work at a school
Mm-hmm.
full of young people that maybe some of them.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
do
They
it.
won't get paid, but they're cool. You know, it's fun.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I need. I've figured out I can't do everything myself. It's just impossible. Do you ever get that moment when you're managing these kinds of projects and stuff? You can't do everything yourself?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I have learned to let go. When other people do it, it's not perfect. It's not how I would do it, but then I'm like, it's fine.
Mm.
It's good enough. And,
Yeah.
And you know, I cannot spend all my life doing every single task myself.
Right. But also, it's hard when it's something you really care about. If it's something you don't care about, it's pretty easy.
Right.
Yeah. So, that's how it is. So, and you're doing comedy now?
I am doing comedy on the side. It's like a little midlife crisis, I think.
Yeah.
Of, like getting old. And I was doing a lot of film for the last 10 years. And I love it. It's really nice. But also I feel stuck in a way of not having enough growth with projects. It's always like the same low budget struggle. And I realize doing comedy allows me to have the same experience of coming up with an idea, writing something, and putting it out there without having to do like a film.
Right.
That is pretty expensive and hard.
Right. Like the medium itself has like two barriers to entry, right? Like you writing it and then getting into the club and
Right.
saying it, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's I find the same way too. And like, so when you're doing your comedy, are you like kind of doing that sort of like cinematographer thing where you're like painting a scene and a picture, or are you doing like one-liners? What's kind of your
I do a lot of one-liners.
Yeah. Okay.
I do a lot of one-liners. I think partially because of my accent, and somehow I have a very deadpan delivery all the time, so that is very natural to allow me to do the one-liners. Yeah.
Interesting.
You ever do stand-up comedy in Spanish?
I have done a very few times. I haven't had a lot of opportunities of doing that. I'm doing a competition in Spanish, which is pretty cool, in about 2 weeks in Broadway Comedy Club.
Okay.
It's called La Copa del Chiste, and it's all Spanish comedians, and I sign up. So now I have to like do my homework.
Oh, that's
of, like,
awesome.
I
Yeah.
need to come up with like
Chistoso.
chistoso.
Dude, that's great. Do you feel like you're funnier in Spanish or funnier in English?
I think in English.
Really?
I'm funnier, yeah.
So like people speaking to you in Spanish are like, "Geez, Miguel is such a serious fucking dude."
I think in English too, because everybody thinks I'm serious.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to use that in my comedy to be like just very deadpan. But I think in English too, it gives me. I have the accent, which originally I was like the accent is a huge setback.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use it as an advantage to subvert expectations, right? To be like, I'm here and I'm talking funny, but then I try to be clever about it. I try to do deep cuts of stuff in English that people might be like, oh, I was not expecting that from this guy. So I'm trying to use that, which in Spanish I cannot really do.
Right. Like you could say the word "riz" and that's like already funny. It's like a colloquial slang.
Right.
So can you say, Nat, what's like a good sentence that he could say?
Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Google.
Yo, that chick is based. Bro, I'ma riz her up. Can you say that?
I can try.
Okay, go for it.
I already forgot.
Bro, that
Bro.
chick is based.
Based.
I'ma go riz her up.
Bro, that chick is raised.
No, based.
Based. See, oh my God. Can we edit this?
Cut.
Yeah,
Do it
absolutely.
again.
We'll try again. Yeah.
That chick is based.
That
Let's
chick
go.
is
Let's
raised.
go riz her up.
I'ma go riz her up.
Bro, that chick is based. I'm gonna go raise her up.
No, I'ma go.
I'm
I'ma
gonna
go.
go.
I'ma go.
This is so hard.
No, it's actually it's easier. The lower intelligence people in our society can say this easier. So that's why it exists. I'ma go riz her up.
Bro, that chick is based. I'm gonna raise her up.
No, I'ma go riz her up.
I'ma
go. Yeah, Nat understands. You both don't.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like I literally don't know what I'm saying.
Just now you didn't know what you said?
I get the gist.
Okay, what's the gist?
Bro, that woman is attractive.
Nope.
I'm gonna go and get her number.
Kind of,
Be
yeah.
charismatic. Riz her up.
Be charismatic.
What is based?
Based means like she has like hot takes. She's like kind of.
She's like unique in her opinions
Yeah,
and
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
she's like edgy. Like she's got like.
I'm learning here too, dude.
She's got like spunk, you know.
This is not a racial thing or a fucking. This is just I don't know.
Yeah.
This is just their weird ass fucking generation.
I was gonna say it's not because I'm Colombian that I don't know. It's because I'm old.
Oh, yeah. How old are you?
I'm 39.
That's not that old. You could know based.
It's pretty old.
I think you could know.
How about
based.
chopped?
chopped? Do you know what chopped is?
Chopped is no.
Someone really ugly. Looks
Oh,
really,
really?
bad. Just disfigured. Bad.
Yeah, my daughter said that my pictures at my bar mitzvah, I looked chopped. Dude, I looked handsome as a motherfucker. Let me tell you something. I looked fucking amazing. I had sun in my hair. I had blonde hair. I looked fucking great. And my daughter thought that she was cool, saying that I was chopped, and that hurt my feelings.
Thanks for sharing that. So you're making short films and stuff, or?
Yeah, mostly short films.
Okay, so you get like tagged onto a project, like a client or something wants you to do the short film, or you're making your own too?
I did my own for many years when I was younger and more excited about everything. Lately, what I kind of figured out, because making films is expensive too, and like there's a moment of like, okay, I made like 6 short films and I'm broke. I have been teaming up with actors, because actors want the content, they want to work, they envision a character, and we normally work together, like we write together a script, then we shoot it, I normally direct, and the actor gets to act, and I have gotten some nice gigs recently like that.
Anyone we would know?
I mean, probably not that famous.
But they have money? They're able to finance it, or you're doing it kind of hobby-based?
We are doing ultra low budget, but like I'm still getting paid. Obviously not that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they do normally save some money to be able to finance and also get a crew and get locations and all of that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think that's like a goal as well. When I was young, I was like, I just need to tell these stories. Then when it becomes your career, it's kind of like, well, but I cannot. I would like to get paid maybe for something
Yeah, that's nice.
that
Getting
I've
paid.
done for like 12 years.
Right.
Yeah,
Right?
the universal guest spot. The guest spot in everything that you do. Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
it difficult to make movies in New York? Is there like difficult pulling permits and stuff like that? I know that Los Angeles is very difficult to make movies these days, and so they're not quite filming a lot there. Is it the same in New York?
I think it's fairly easy if you are a small production. I think it's very easy. Like you can shoot on the street, and unless you're like really blocking the street with big equipment, they're not gonna tell you anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as a filmmaker and as a person who, I'm sure there's like a lot of people who are aspiring to do what you're doing. They see it as a viable next step for themselves. Tell me the absolute important gear and brands that you would pick up, like immediately. Start your own like kind of production thing.
Yeah, and that's a very good thing that I would also say if I could go back in time and give me advice is like you need gear. You need to own your gear, right?
Yeah.
We're all struggling. If someone comes to you being like, I want to hire a filmmaker, they don't know what it is. They don't know what you do. So you need to just be like, I can take care of everything. I think right now the hottest camera that is very affordable is a Sony FX3.
Thank you. Yep, I agree.
Sony FX3
That's what we have.
is very versatile, very good, and you can make a movie with that. You can make a movie with that, and if you are in film, you will also be asked, can you take pictures? Can you take my headshot? Can you film my play? The FX3 can do all of those.
Right,
stuff,
great and low light, all
great
that
low
kind of stuff.
light. Yeah.
Yeah, so what lens
100%.
would you pair if you could only get one lens or two lenses?
I would definitely invest in a zoom. As opposed to primes for the same reason. With the zoom, you can make the movie, you can also shoot the play, you can do all of that. I have a Sigma 24-70, which I think is excellent. It's been very, very good to me. I would definitely recommend that. If you had the budget to get another lens, maybe get something like 100mm macro, which also will allow you to do a lot of fun stuff. You can do product shots with that look excellent if you wanted to also have the opportunity of doing that.
Now, with the Sony kind of, mount and everything, do you ever try doing like a converter and putting like a Canon mount or anything like that and it's turned out okay?
Yes, I do. The Sigma I have actually, it is the Canon mount. So I do have an adapter and it turned out okay. The follow focus doesn't, the autofocus feature doesn't work great with the adapter. I've gotten used for a long time to just focus manually, but I think probably these days it's best to just buy one that is compatible with the camera straight up because of the autofocus now is crazy.
Yeah.
Like autofocus now just follows automatically people.
Yeah.
So that is something that sometimes is a pain in the butt for me, of being like, this shot is out of focus and everything else was perfect.
Yeah, sometimes it's almost too in focus all the time, though. I found.
Doesn't it start focusing on stuff that you're not shooting?
Yeah.
Not these days.
No?
Like an FX3 with a Sony lens, like it locks on the eye, and if you have several people, you can touch the screen and be like, follow this eye of this guy.
Wow.
And you will move around and it will follow you pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty dope. Yeah, that's what we have. We have a 24-70, but the Sony version of it, like the G or whatever they're called.
The G, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, it's like, okay, so you have that, right? And you're starting your production company. You have your lens, you have your camera. What else do you need?
I would say definitely you need some lights. I bought something literally on Amazon, very, very cheap. That is some LED lights. Newer is the brand.
Yeah, Newer brand. Yeah.
Newer brand. Very affordable, very light, very...
are they panels or are they rods?
They're panels.
Oh, that's
they're
good.
panels. And again, the reality I have encountered with many clients is that they don't have big budgets, right? So sometimes it's like, I want you to shoot this scene for me. I'll give you this much money. If you take an Uber to the location and back, they cannot reimburse it because they just don't have the money. And taking that out of what they're paying you would make it almost like you're not
Not
getting
worth
paid.
it, yeah.
So again, in my experience, it's important to have a package that you can just get on the subway with without killing yourself, right? Like the camera, the very, very small panels, and a tripod. Similar, a tripod that is lightweight.
Right. And then you probably like just a Pelican case and the tripod case with the light poles too. Or whatever.
Yes, I have a little like soft pouch for the lights and the poles, but I can basically drag the Pelican case is on wheels. The tripod goes on my back, and the pouch with the lights in my other hand. And
what do you do about the stairs? Cry?
I make trips. I leave something down, I bring it up, and I come back down.
Dude, what a hustle! So what? So
It
why?
is a hustle.
Why is it that? What about like that kind of lower end production? Like, do you love? Because obviously, like, there's so much more freedom in it. But like, what are some of the things that people would be surprised to like understand that you love about it?
I think I love being like close to people that are very passionate about acting and about telling stories and about the craft. I feel that is something that you could easily lose, and I feel I have been losing it a little bit through the years, like getting jaded and tired. So when someone who doesn't have a lot of money is like, I really want to do something, I always try to be like, can I make it work within certain parameters? But like, I would love to be part of that. And then when we're on set and we're interacting, and like, this is so nice. This is like what filmmaking is about.
And it's like you're kind of really helping someone out. Right. Yeah. That's beautiful. So if this whole thing was just an ad, what would you say to the people on that you would want to hire you?
I would say don't wait anymore. You have a dream, you have a vision. I have the means, so call me and we'll make it work. I am flexible on the budget.
What's the craziest thing that anybody's ever proposed to you about shooting?
I think, well, recently a friend got a gig and she didn't want to do it. And she was like, hey, do you want to do this? And it's to go and film a guy who's doing a mockumentary about Bigfoot. And he claims he found Bigfoot, and he has like the body of Bigfoot in his basement. But same, he wants someone to travel to Pennsylvania, to stay there for like 2 weeks. It's not clear if he's providing like money for food and for hotel or whatever. And he wants like an open contract of like there's no schedule. Like the 2 weeks you basically have to like be filming or willing to film like long hours. So it's very unclear. And again, the pay he's offering is very, very, very low. So
it sounds like a great opportunity.
Exactly. Like, oh my God.
And you took it.
I'm thinking.
You're thinking.
So there I am in the woods with a Bigfoot costume on, running with these big bare feet. Yeah, it's a bummer, man.
I gotta tell you though,
I was thinking that there would be like any controversial stuff that you've ever been like. I don't know, whether it be porn or something that's like.
You don't think Bigfoot is controversial? That's pretty
I guess.
controversial.
I will say
his existence.
This guy is not clear if he's playing a character pretending that he found Bigfoot, or if he kind of believes he found Bigfoot.
That's awesome. Dude.
Like, sure. I mean, you have an FX3.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Oh,
you like...
yeah, but I have a baby. There's no way I'm doing that.
I'm sure you can take your baby.
Yeah, bring your baby.
Yeah, bring my baby with me to rural Pennsylvania for a strange thing in the woods.
Bigfoot stole my baby.
No, I will knock on wood. But the craziest thing is like those kinds of moments and those kinds of like crazy people are almost not always, but they have a higher probability of being like the real genius that like will make some, you know what I mean? Like a true mad genius wouldn't even think that that's so irrational for you to do. You know what I mean? Like in their mind, they've already seen like the vision and everything, and they've crafted it, and they're like, this is a great opportunity, And it's so weird, but like in comedy, there's so many times where that kind of stuff happens too.
Yeah, it's called mental illness.
Yeah, mental illness. It's true. Yeah, but I don't know. So if you were a young guy, you would take that opportunity.
I think probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I have done that. I don't have a kid, but I'm married. And also, again, being away from home for like 2 weeks, I'm like, you have to pay me a lot to do that. I would not do that.
And how did you decide to marry your wife? Like, she proved she wasn't a lesbian?
How would you prove that?
I would bring like a supermodel like in a bikini and just like have the supermodel like flirt with them, and if they didn't respond, then you would know you're safe.
Maybe I can still.
Maybe
do
she's
that.
just she's a lesbian, but she's loyal.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
How we marry? I proposed. She said yes,
Mhm.
but then I made her propose to me, because I thought the whole idea of proposing is sexist. Because she was like, "Are you gonna propose? Are you gonna give me a ring?" And I'm like, "No, because that's kind of like a weird branding you like property. Like nobody touch her because she's mine. Look at the ring." But
Wow.
men don't get treated that way.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, then I'm gonna propose to you and give you a ring."
Yeah.
And I'm like, checkmate. I couldn't counter that with anything, so I proposed. She proposed. This was my engagement ring that she gave me. And, well, so far, well, if she's a lesbian, she has been
Well, I
hiding
hate
it
to
very
break
well.
it to you. All of this is evidence pointing that she might, in fact, be a lesbian. That is what a lesbian does.
I thought she was progressive.
No, dude. I think you made a big decision with a lesbian.
I'm going to go home and ask her.
She's not Latina, is she?
after this. No, she's from Michigan.
Right.
Yeah. No Latinas doing
Which
that.
is like the whitest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, I don't think she's a lesbian. She just kind of pushed me to move in together and get married faster. And because I was hesitant, she was like, you know what? I'll just fucking do it. Yeah, no sign she's a
Michigan
lesbian at all. That's awesome, dude. So do you guys want to have kids?
You know, we're still talking about it. I think we're leaning towards no. It's kind of hard to make that decision final,
Yeah.
but we're leaning towards no. We have a cat, and
That's
It's the same thing.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We feel constantly overwhelmed
By the cat?
by
Yeah.
the responsibility.
Sure.
Really? I
Of
thought the
keeping-
cat's like the lowest maintenance.
It is. That's why we're like, maybe we shouldn't have kids.
Yeah, dude, definitely not.
You certainly can't leave that. Well, a cat's, you could actually just leave a thing of water and some food.
Yeah.
Dog's a different story.
Yeah.
Dog's complicated. This guy's got both a dog and a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're
can't go
both
anywhere.
boys.
They're
The
both
dog
boys.
is also a boy.
How did you guys decided you were ready to have kids?
Me?
We're not together.
Well, you also have kids.
Yeah, I got a kid. So
Yeah.
I
You
don't
got a
know.
kid,
When
yeah.
I was like your age, I had this. I don't know, dude. I had like a nesting instinct. Like I was like, dude, I have to reproduce, and I was like, I don't even care. Like who? It's just gonna whoever. I'm just gonna. I don't know. I had this weird thing where I'm like, dude, I gotta shit or get off the toilet, and that was it. And I just made it my decision. I'm like, I don't care. Worst case scenario is that I have a child out of wedlock. I'm not with the mom, and I'll have a child. And that's what I manifested into this universe. Probably wasn't the best. Well, whatever. It's all cool. But my point is that I don't know. I had this like overwhelming sense because I was looking. I was living in Miami for a while. I would see a lot of guys that are like my age now, and they were solo, no kids, and I'd look at them and be like, that's a problem. Like I don't want to be like that. Like, and then I'd see other guys that were like single, older, and they would have like their kid out of wedlock, and like they still had kids. So I thought that was like not necessarily cool, but acceptable. And so I was like, okay, I got to really make this happen. I got to do it before I like hit my 40s.
That's interesting. That's kind of similar to me because I was like, I had always wanted to be a dad. Like I was always like, oh, it would be so cool to be a dad. I would love to be a dad. I want that chance to like do that. But then you get to like I was never interested in the marriage part of it, like just having like a kid. So it's funny that you say it like that. But then you do the steps, like you get married and whatever, and then you're like, I don't know if I'm ready for a kid yet. I don't know if I'm ready for a kid. And then something just needs to happen where it's like you're ready now. You're just ready now. But I think if it doesn't happen, until like 45 or 46 or something.
But there's another component though that I think you guys have to deal with is that right now it is financially suicide to have kids.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Like when I was living in Florida, it was affordable. I mean, like I had I bought a house for $250,000. You can't even buy a closet
studio.
in
You
New
can't
York
buy a
City.
studio
No,
for
no
that.
way.
No.
Maybe in like the worst section of
Jamaica.
the Bronx
Yeah.
or Brooklyn. But my point is like it probably is part of it. It's terrifying. You're like, how am I going to possibly raise this kid? How am I going to possibly like pay for another room? You're living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Now you got to have a 2-bedroom apartment. You got to have you got to pay for private school. All of a sudden, all these financial burdens start like looming over, and you're like, I don't think that we could do it. We're going to be we're going to be slaves to the idea of being parents. Both of us are going to have to be working nonstop just to pay to survive.
Yeah.
Is that relatable or no?
100%.
Yeah.
I feel that's a big concern we have about just the idea of paying for childcare in New York. It's
Right.
so expensive. And her family's in Michigan. My family's in Colombia. A lot of people we know that have kids, at least it's like, oh, a family is in Jersey or
Right.
whatever. But we feel that we don't have support. And yeah, like we could not afford
Right.
a kid.
Right.
Well, you know my theory on big pharma and IVF, right?
No, go ahead. Tell us.
I definitely
Indulge
told
us.
Matt this. So I think it's all orchestrated as a scam, right? Because once they introduced the 2-parent workforce, right, like the 2-parent working household, they raised all the costs of living because now you have 2 forms of income.
100%.
You know, and they're encouraging women to go to and I'm not saying it should be a man or a woman going to work. Just one. You know, the other one should be there for like the key milestones that are happening for the kid and all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Because you don't get that time back. You don't get that development back. Like seeing, like it's like seeing something go from like a creature into a human. You know what I mean? And like to outsource that to someone else is like it feels wrong to me. And I'm not saying that they're wrong because people have certain circumstances, but the system is designed it that way to like be able to do that. And in order to get to the point where you can afford childcare and you can afford to pay all those bills, you have to advance yourself in a career to get to the point where both parents are working and they can feel financially comfortable enough. But surprise, you're 45 and your partner's 47, and now you can't get pregnant because you missed the key fertility windows.
Yep.
But don't worry, all that money you got in your new nice middle management position has gotten you fulfillment, I guess, by making some blue chip company super wealthy.
Right.
But you're a middle manager. You have 2 whole reports, baby. And now you're paying $100,000 or whatever for IVF treatment just so you can have a baby that grows up and then you're dead by the time they have kids. So you never get to be a grandparent. And isn't that beautiful? And because you never get to be a grandparent, there is nobody who can raise your kids for you because your grandparents aren't around or your parents aren't around to raise the kids. So you have to feed into this system and it keeps continuing and cycling through. I don't think that's that insane, but I don't know.
I think it tracks. It
Yeah.
tracks. You know,
I think it's all a scam, dude.
it is.
Yeah.
IVF is just financing that, so you have to do it
Right.
to have children.
Right.
Children, yeah.
Yeah. Children, as they
Children.
call them. Yeah.
Children.
Is that, am I allowed to say that with you as a medical professional around?
Children?
No, not children.
Oh,
The
about,
IVF.
the
is
IVF?
like a scam
IVF
of big
conspiracy
pharma.
theory.
No, I mean, I think that I think our society currently has backed our whole generation and your generation into that dilemma. I don't know if it was intentional or not. I don't know whether it was pharma or whether it was banking, whether the banking people wanted, people to be both the man and the woman both working so they could afford bigger mortgages and therefore make money on, mortgage. I don't know. There's a bunch of conspiracies, but it all tracks. And, we've all kind of like, I think they've convinced all of us that, we're all totally equal and that both the woman and the man should be working and they should be out in the workforce. And like that whole, I don't know, that.
But we're not equal. We are not equal. A man cannot create life. A woman can literally be a vessel creating an entire life, and she has sustenance that can be provided from her body.
Yeah, no shit.
Like it's like this. We are not equal.
You're not allowed to say that in New York City, though.
Just insane. Maybe now.
Yeah, maybe we should move the
do I sound
podcast
too
to
backwards?
I don't know, to Pennsylvania or something like
Yeah.
that.
I think like what biologically obviously like the woman is like the pro max version.
No, dude, it's sexist to say that they have 2 X chromosomes and we have an X and a Y.
I don't
That's
know.
fucking
Yeah,
sexist.
that's
I'll
just
allow
a
it
consumer
because
thing.
in this scenario, ChrisTos is saying that women are superior.
Yes, I do think they're superior, and we have to stop acting like they're not. Like it's unbelievable. They are the Pro Max to our iPhone Pro. They can make life. They can produce life, like and then sustain the life in a silo, like if they had to. Like, trust me, anybody like if you're a dad and you're left like alone with the kid for 4 hours or something like that, you will learn really quick. Like women are superior, like when it comes to that. Dude, I'm sorry. I sound so old, but yeah.
I think it's time
Yeah.
for the lightning round. Closed Door Behind You podcast, Miguel, we have something called the lightning round where we ask the same set of questions to our guests. I'm going to start it off. Miguel, you can invite anybody to a dinner. Somebody that's passed away, somebody famous, somebody that you would love to spend some time with. Who would you choose?
I think Plato, the Greek philosopher.
Good choice. Greek choice.
ChrisTos loves when you allude to please elaborate.
Well, I studied philosophy before I got into film, and Plato was always by far my favorite philosopher. I love his ideas. He wrote not like a book, but dialogues where he had characters, that blew me away, that it was so creative. And I think that encapsulates what philosophy is and just what history and progress and all of that is a clash between different ideas, between different perspectives, and it blows me away that this guy lived more than 2,000 years ago, and all of that was so clear in his mind. And I would love to chat with him and to hang out with him.
Yeah, and I also heard he was probably like one of the nicer ones to his like little mentee boy sex slaves, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so. He was like gentle with them. Yeah. Anyway.
You got one?
Yes. If you were to become a ghost, who would you haunt?
That is very funny. I think I would haunt definitely my wife.
Really?
My wife, yeah, I think she would miss me a lot, and I would be like, hey, don't miss me, I'm here. But like that would end up haunting her, like unintentionally.
Like you would be annoying.
I would be, like I would try to be like supportive, but I would just be knocking over like the furniture and breaking the plates or something. But I'm like, I'm here for you.
Right. And then she would just be like, oh my God, enough. Like I do need to move on.
I have to move out of this apartment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm trapped here.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. That's awesome.
Okay. Let's see. Do you want any medical advice?
Yes, I would love medical advice.
We provide it here on the Close the Door Behind You podcast, free of charge.
I recently actually got my annual exam, and I missed this question because I was too embarrassed to ask.
You had an annual exam or an anal exam?
Both. No.
Okay, got it.
My yearly exam.
Okay.
But okay, so I guess I don't know how to phrase it. So my body, the way is structured, my body is very passionate about going number 2.
Okay.
More than once a day.
Okay.
Like sometimes 3 or 4 times a day.
Sure.
Welcome to
So
my life, bro.
How do I go number 2 only one time?
Okay, so what you're saying is that your bowels are kind of hyperactive and you're concerned about it. Well, first of all, have you ever had a GI workup, meaning blood work, maybe a colonoscopy or anything? You're probably pretty young, and therefore.
I did get blood work like last week at the annual.
So, okay, so you've had some blood work. The blood
What
work
did
was
they say?
normal.
There's
It was
nothing?
cholesterol was a little high.
Okay,
but
that
I
won't
think
cause you to shit
other
more.
than that,
Yeah.
nothing out of the.
Have you ever? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever? This sounds silly. Have you ever tried to abstain from milk products?
I have not.
So that is probably the most common thing that will cause you to go to the bathroom often, and people totally negate it. So that's number one. Or you could just be totally fucked like ChrisTos over here and have celiac disease.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
which is actually a fake fucking illness. So you probably don't have it.
It's not a fake illness. He's diminishing my sadness. But yeah, dude, I would kill to just have to poop only 3 or 4 times a day. It's awesome. Yeah.
And then, if you ever get really fat and you start taking like Zepbound, that'll slow things down.
Yep, it will.
So, but in all seriousness, go see a gastroenterologist. Start with completely eliminate all lactose from your diet. No ice cream, no butter, no cheese, and see what happens.
Kill me now, dude.
Yeah, or take lactate all the time. Like before you have anything with milk in it, milk in your coffee, because there's it's so pervasive how much lactose is in our like for example butter. Like everything's cooked with butter unless you're cooking it yourself. So you're always having it. So more than likely it's something that's preventing absorption, such as lactose. And what happens with the lactose is that it doesn't get digested because you don't have the enzymes as you're getting older. And then there's bacteria in your gut, which starts eating it. It makes you kind of hyperstimulated and gassy and et cetera, et cetera. So I would say start with that. And if that doesn't work out, go see a real doctor, meaning a gastroenterologist.
Now, in Colombia, do you have the same problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think
So then
since-
it's definitely probably the lactose.
Pan con queso.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a Colombian bakery?
Oh yeah, I have so many. I live next to
Oh,
Jackson
that's right.
Heights.
Yeah,
So many Colombians there.
they're the best, dude. I used to work at Elmhurst Hospital, and that was when I first learned about the panaderia. Because they're like, the first day, like, hey, what do you want from the Colombian bakery? I'm like, nothing. They're like, what do you mean nothing? I'm like, what are you talking? And they started naming all the different things. They're like, we'll get you something. Came back with all this stuff, and I'm like, bro. And they're like, see, told you. But everything is lactose.
Everything is cheese and
Yeah.
And
cheese and
they'll
cream.
even deep fry the pork that you eat, right? Isn't that the pork is like deep fried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's chicharrón.
Chicharrón,
Like the
yeah.
skin of the pork is deep fried. And,
Yeah, dude, that'll make you poop for sure.
Maybe.
No, there's so much fat in there. You get a liquidy poop. There's so much fat content in chicharrón.
You're correct, 100% correct. But fat within itself is not going to make you shit more necessarily.
It'll just make your shit liquid and floaty.
It'll make it softer. That's
Yeah.
true. But unless you have like some type of like if you don't secrete enough bile, like meaning you have like gallbladder disease or something like that. But yeah.
Is it pan de queijo or pan de bono?
It's pan de bono
Yeah.
in Colombia. But I think there's something else called pan de queso in other regions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but pan de bono.
Pan
really
de bono
good.
is good, dude.
It's a bunch of cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really
And
good.
flour.
Pan de bono. I don't think I've never even heard of that.
Pan de bono is awesome.
That's a Colombian thing.
Sometimes they make it and it's gluten free because I think it doesn't have any wheat or flour or whatever.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I've
But-
had gluten free pan de bono. Yeah, I've had.
What's your favorite food? Non-Colombian, non-Latin.
Non-Latin.
Yeah, non-Latin.
Oof, man. My favorite food. I like a lot Italian food.
Okay.
I would say something like lasagna is among my favorites.
Really? Okay.
Lots
Where do
of
you think you
cheese.
can get the best lasagna? Yeah, lots of
Lots
cheese
of
too.
cheese.
Dude, just yourself. Where is the best lasagna you could get in New York City?
It's probably a place called Pisticci. It's in 125th on the west side. It's an Italian
Pisticci?
restaurant.
Have you been there?
I've never heard of it.
I don't go to Italian restaurants.
No.
No, I don't. First of all, I think, no offense to you, I think it's the easiest food you can make at home.
Oh.
Because it's like pasta, red sauce.
I feel like Italian food is almost like American food, at least where I grew up, because everybody was Italian. I just feel like that's like just food,
Right.
Right.
not like a particular cuisine. And same with you, probably rice and beans are like, dude, it's rice and beans, but rice and beans, there's rice and beans, and there's rice and beans. You know what I mean? Like good rice and beans is like, that makes everything.
Yeah. What is one life hack that you have that more people should know about?
I think, okay, so this is a good life hack, and it's that if you have a work, especially a corporate job or any kind of job, it is more important to appear busy than to actually be doing work, right? Because I feel that I shouldn't be saying this.
No, you should.
At my work, there's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of things that sometimes I'm like not doing much, but everybody's always thinking like he's so busy, he's so overwhelmed. Because every 15 minutes I just get up and walk really fast somewhere and come back for no reason. But people are like, oh my God, he's like in meetings and he's having like problems. But I'm like, no, I'm chill.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you project being busy, people will leave you alone.
Right.
Be intense.
Be intense.
Interesting.
So you just like give us an example. You would just like get up right really quick and just start walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's say there's a staff lounge.
Yeah.
So I get up, I go to a staff lounge, I get coffee, I sit there for a little bit, I come back.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't tell people I was in the staff lounge. I just come back and be like,
Yeah, like flustered, and then you
and
get
people
back
are
to
like,
the
and people are
keyboard.
like, oh my God, he's
Yeah.
running around all day.
That's actually really good advice. Yeah, because the only times I ever had problems in the workplace was when I was like transparent in not having work, you know, and being like, hey, I need more work to do, and they would like almost punish you with
They're
that.
like, do we really need you?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right. So it's kind of like, hey,
So Miguel, where can everybody find you? Like share your socials and et cetera for our viewers.
I am on Instagram and TikTok, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this, Facebook.
Ah.
My username is Miguel Garzonmar. So you can find me there. I also have a website, miguelgarzonmar.com, where you can see samples of my work as a filmmaker, as a director, and as a writer.
Nice. Check him out, guys. That's going to wrap up our Close the Door Behind You. We'll see you next time.